Thank you, Joe. In accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting of Pacc is being recorded and will be uploaded to the Lunenburg Access YouTube after the meeting. This meeting is being held in person at the location provided in this notice. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in-person meeting. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast, unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with particular interest in any specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person versus virtual attendance accordingly. Zoom meeting information is in the notice. The agenda lists all the topics which may be discussed at the meeting, even of those reasonably anticipated by the chair. Votes may be taken as a result of these discussions. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by the open meeting. We can do a roll call. Paul, are you here?
Yes.
Pete, are you here? Yes. Steve, are you here?
Present.
Faith, are you here?
Here.
I'm here, and we're also joined by Joe. Who's not. Any public comments? Seeing no public. Any committee comments? Silence is deafening. Any communications? I have none. Hearing none, the communications have gone dark. Told you this was going to be a quick. Hope it is. And we review and approve the meeting minutes from the last meeting, which was May the 6th, jointly prepared and presented by Steve and Paul. So moved. Anyone have any? Oh,
Well, second. No,
you shouldn't second. You should.
I'll second.
Pete should. We move to accept them now. Because they wrote them, they shouldn't move to accept them.
that doesn't happen. It's just I wasn't here for the end of it. He
Right,
was here for all of it. So that's-
okay. Whatever, do we have enough? Anyone got any comments, discussion? Congratulations, audits, spelling errors, excessive numbers of commas or apostrophes. Hearing none, all those in favor of accepting the minutes as presented.
Aye.
Being unanimous, moving right along. We're gonna need that door open in a minute while we.
Yes, thank you, right?
I'm working on it. Oh, we have reviewed and approved the meeting managers monthly report.
This is Joe Toll speaking. I was on vacation last week, so I don't have much to report from last week. May was super busy with town meeting, with the water district meetings, with the LHS concerts. It was just a really busy month, so we got a lot done. We also received the FSU graduation from FATV, which we ran on our station.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's nice. Good.
Yeah, so that was good. Tomorrow we have a vendor meeting, Steve, myself and Eric at Town Hall at 10 in the morning. To have them take a look at our audio system and give us a quote for audio improvements. It will be the third quote, which is required.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
So the goal for the improvement to the audio is to have better audio from the town meetings, and from the select board meetings?
Yeah.
Select board, not town meetings.
Not town meetings, select.
The lot of
board.
room.
Yeah, okay, very good,
yeah.
thank you.
The studio move, well, they haven't been able to find the key to the new room that we're supposed to move to.
You're kidding. I can pick locks.
No, so,
There's no
Doesn't
master.
everything else locks? There's no master key? Is this over there?
Yeah,
Further downstairs.
the facilities director doesn't have one, he can't find one. So they're going to move the whole unit from our current studio and the key unit and put it in the new room.
No. Because if they do that, one of them will be unlocked, we can't move
Right.
instantly.
Right, well, what we're gonna do is move,
Tell them to pick any room they've got a key for, other than ours.
well, they've already outfitted the electrical in the new room.
No, find any room that they have a key for, take that lock set out and put it in the new studio. But we can't have either of our two studio areas unlocked for any length of time. That's a no-no.
Where's the new
Right.
one gonna be located?
Which room is it gonna be?
It's way down the hall and way in the back of the building.
The library, the old library?
You don't take
Or
that
the-
left to go to the library, you go right.
My room was the first room on the,
Oh, okay, this is the first or the second,
the art room.
yeah,
Is it about the same size or is it bigger?
it's about the same size,
It's somewhat slightly reversed, not complete.
yeah.
So we'll get a mirror image studio.
You still have to get a sink in there, wasn't it? So.
Yep. I believe so.
But there are also two other doors into that,
Mm-hmm.
from
Right.
neighboring ones.
Right,
They need to be lockable as well. I mean, I
right,
can
we haven't been
lock
able to get into, to test any of that,
You can go into any room on that side of the corridor and walk all the way down to the.
Right, they're all interconnected.
all right, I'll look into that
Are
tomorrow.
those doors lockable? They weren't in
Nope.
high school.
I put a deadbolt in, because I didn't want my
Okay.
stuff being stolen,
Yeah,
Right,
but it was just a deadbolt.
we can make them
It was
lockable, that's not a big
elementary
deal.
school.
yeah,
Or we just screw them shut, we don't need those.
Well,
You
because,
can't screw them shut.
yeah, you know, you have to have egress and.
We've got one directly out.
Oh, yeah, that's true, there is one outside.
So we're still legal fire department.
You're right.
But that's a good point to raise,
Just be
thank you.
careful, yeah.
Right.
And I would just add, if it's gonna take 3 more months to get locks straightened out, can you do temporary hasps and, you know, master locks or something? In the meantime, so that you're not leaving any rooms unlocked while they're mucking about?
We can solve the problem, I just didn't want it not addressed,
What's a
so that
hasp?
something's left out.
The little.
A little clasp that.
Like you put on a shed.
okay. Not a schedule.
You can say shit, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant to sketch.
That's a thought.
Yeah.
But if they do move the current lock set to the new one, then we don't have to get all new keys.
I understand that, but we do need to keep the present one locked while we go through the.
Well,
process.
The way we were gonna do it was to move small things down. In one shot. And then take
Your
a
exercise.
couple of days to take down the lighting in there.
That's the times I'm concerned about it being.
Remind
I
me,
don't
so you have
think-
like a grid type.
Yeah.
grid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We just tell them we need it managed. Their job, they're good at it.
Okay. Will do.
Thank you.
And another issue is that the superintendent is, it's 90% sure that they're moving out of the TCP.
Oh, the school superintendent?
Right, which means that they're moving out the IT person who works for the schools, which means they're taking the internet out,
No,
according to,
no.
right,
Who
The
owns?
school pays, I believe the school pays for the internet at Pacc every month. Don't quote me. So if they leave, they're not paying for internet at Pacc.
Right, but they're not physically taking it out, or
No,
they're changing the service provider for that building internet. Is that a better statement?
I have.
we
a
make the
question.
charge for it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
understand.
but what, I was gonna ask, what does our 6,000 a year rental charge that we pay the town, what does that cover? Didn't it cover internet? internet, accessibility, I believe it did.
I'm not sure it's specifically
Not
stated anywhere.
Well, I think we should need to look at that.
We don't, because it's a real good deal.
I know, but if the school is gonna stop paying for it,
Oh, no, well, the town.
I don't know, but that's what I think.
The
yeah.
town needs to pay for it. It needs to be
Well,
part of the
again,
town.
and that's why if we can look at our agreement, it may be,
Yeah, I don't think it's.
That also means it may change service.
But aren't there other school
right,
functions and offices and after-school programs, et cetera, and that of
Yeah.
anything getting moved out?
yeah, the
I
school
believe-
program's getting moved out.
The
Um,
schools.
two different places, one to the elementary school, one of the rooms, and the other one, not exactly sure, I thought I heard Turkey Hill, but I don't know.
Oh, the big issue from what I've heard is the mold and people are getting sick.
Well, it's easy, that's the-
But it's okay for us to be.
So they don't
Right,
want the
That's,
kids there.
that's true
Yeah.
of town hall, though, too.
They don't want the
Right.
kids there because
Yeah.
it's more of an issue than it was.
Okay.
Well, in the superintendent's office, I guess, is not very good either.
Well,
That
then why
area.
are we staying there?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that's
right.
the only-
maybe
we have
why-
no
what
idea.
place else to go.
Well, I had respiratory issues, so if I start
Yeah.
getting sick,
We'll come and visit you, sorry. that's-
Yes.
We will manage what we need to manage.
all right, I'll contact Suzer to find out what their plan is, or to get them, Suzer is our IT,
Yeah, but it's,
contractor.
not the school IT people,
no,
we need the other half to. talk
Suzer
to.
is the town IT people.
Right, but we need them to talk to each other.
That's
Interesting.
unlikely,
To find out what the handover is, because the good news is TC Passia should end up on the town network, not the school network. That should make things easier for reaching casters for live studio events and things like that, so. But the IT departments have to talk to each other.
that's unlikely.
If they do, we all face to the east and look for the wise men. Or the apocalypse, what's the other one? Horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yes.
Four horsemen. That's what that was,
famine. Two others.
wasn't that the three Americas?
War.
War,
No, pestilence, famine, disease, and there's four. of them. But
Town
also
hall.
there were four football players from Notre Dame.
Ah,
Oh, that,
meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Okay, your packet just includes the usual information. I have to get in touch with Miley tomorrow, because we have not received our May, or it hasn't been posted, our May. So, that is gonna change, but the balance as of today is, the ending balance is 977,205. That's without the May,
So it should be 46,000 above that, is what you said.
exactly. We're at 76% of locally produced programs, which is good. I would. I'm shooting for 80, but at the moment, it's 76%.
close.
Close, yeah. And then the calendars are on here as well. There's one other thing, financially, we're cutting it very close on salaries line for the end of the year.
Yeah.
We might make it or we might not. I think that,
Well, we have 30,000 in the capital, we haven't spent much of that.
right, I would like to request or get approval to transfer $3,000 to the salaries peg access
From
line
the
item
capital one.
from capital.
I'd
Need a motion for that?
feel happier if it was 5,000.
Well, we're 5,000 might be better,
That's all I would suggest.
yeah.
Because if the 5,000 turns out to be a bit too much, you can
We
just
still
bring
keep
it back, yeah,
It's,
stays there.
right, we're in a kind of a closed
Yeah.
financial environment. We don't.
Yeah, I mean, we might make it, but we might not, so that's,
I don't want to run into a problem where we don't pay someone.
right,
And then we pay them on the 1st of July, and then that screws all our financial reporting.
right,
It's already bent out of shape. He said
Yeah.
politely.
okay,
I don't believe it is a motion. It's a recommendation from the.
Sure, I'll make a motion to
Oh,
transfer
you think
$5,000 from capital to salary account.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Did you put your hand up, Steve?
Well, I think it's a little motion.
He is blunt.
Right.
and in addition to not getting the Comcast payments, they also haven't posted the interest payments. So that's another thing I
Oh,
need to
the-
talk to her
The
about,
town interest
the
payment.
town interest payments.
Okay. That one's of concern. That needs posting before the end of this month,
Yes,
because that'll cause a significant. Well, my spreadsheet might have a conniption. I don't want that.
right. Right, and that's all I have for today.
Okay, anyone have any further questions for Joe? Hearing none, I will award my piece of paper with a check mark. Mr. Lincoln, do we have a report from the roasting company?
A little lengthy, I do. I had lengthy one. Did anyone fill out a questionnaire?
I tried so many times and couldn't find it.
Couldn't
I
find one.
even emailed you the questionnaire.
Oh, I haven't seen a question.
Because the good
I
news
tried
is,
to find
don't
it.
ask me.
And you couldn't find it,
Right, we had this discussion.
unless it's gone up in the last week.
This committee will allow me, I'd like to explain what the master plan is
Okay,
and what our role could be in it.
you have 2.5 minutes, or as long as you need.
3 minutes, let's select them, that's all I give.
I think it's-
The state has mandated that every town produce a master plan.
Oh.
The paragraph which is that mandate is close to unreadable
Okay,
without 3 dictionaries and a couple of lawyers. But essentially, they say you have to produce a plan for various aspects of the town for the future and how to get there. It's mandated. We did one in 2002, which was incomplete and not especially, I don't think as much happened from it.
who does this go to?
It goes to the planning board.
Oh, it's the
The
state.
planning board. Now, Adam Verney was the head of the planning board. And he was about to establish committee and left town. And left this entire mandate in the lurch, and I'm talking lurch. So what apparently the planning board did was send out a notice to several of the committees, omitting us,
Yeah,
for volunteers to join this committee, up to 15 people. So far as I know, 9 of the most that have shown at the meeting, and the ones I've been to, 7 is the tops that actually show. Almost all of them are department chairmen, who have a lot of other jobs to do.
oh,
So this committee is under the auspices of the planning.
of Lunenburg.
Yes, Wilbur.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to find out where it's all.
And just if you want some interesting reading, Deb and I talked to Margaret Scarsdale at great length the other day about getting grants for the 300th committee. And she was on the select board of Pepperell, and they did their master plan in 2018. And you have to read it. It's 375 pages long, filled with photographs, maps, explanations, lists. At one point, there's 6 consecutive pages of every home that was built in Pepperell before 1900. Exhaustive, beautiful document. And
Who paid for that?
Any copy?
nobody pays for it,
Volunteer.
all volunteer. The last 25
Good
pages of this
question.
report are their plans for carrying this out.
What's our schedule? I had to say the word, but when is it? When's it due?
It's not due, there's no due date,
Oh,
you're just supposed to do it.
that's totally.
So
weird.
They had 15 people volunteer to start. And then after they collected this enormous amount of data about everything, in every direction you can think of, 3 people edited it to the final edition, 375 pages long.
125.
So our committee,
For the editing.
our committee currently has hired a committee, a company to do a survey, take a survey and have people fill out the survey down. And they are currently analyzing the results of that survey. And they're supposedly going to present it to us Thursday, I believe. But no individual members of the committee have been assigned to do anything.
Has anyone seen this survey? Because I haven't.
Well, 500 people filled it out.
So it's there somewhere.
Well, they're
Must
gonna,
be under the steering committee thing now.
they're gonna present it to anyone who wants to. They had a meeting down at the, on the 30th of May, down at the Coffee Roasters.
Yeah.
For the public, go see it and analyze that. And they're gonna come to a meeting with us on Thursday to talk about it.
Is this survey to be sent out?
Committee.
Whoever shows up from this committee,
Mhm.
my concern is that no one on the committee has been tasked to do anything. We talk a lot, possibly do this, but people say, oh, we need more housing, or we, you know, the usual things. Want to keep this a farming community. There's nothing on it, whatever about communications, and the one in Pepperell has pages and pages of how they handle the communications up there. So my suggestion to this committee, since we weren't originally suggested to be in it, is that we ourselves sit down at the next meeting and make a plan for what we think would be a good 20-year outline of where we want to go with this committee.
As Pacc.
Yes. To include in this report. Because,
Oh, I see. So we do our own 100 pages.
well, that's what everybody else should be doing. And I
I
think they did.
understand. No, I'm absolutely with you.
So, since Pacc was admitted, in 1985, there was no cable television in Wilbur.
There's no electricity.
No. Not in my house. And it's just been incremental, what we've been expected to do. And I think that by the year 2050, I think Pacc may be the key component is now. Communications that it can do with what will be happening in the next 20 years. So starting out with a studio,
It's hard to predict technology, that's the difficult
but you have to
part.
beware of what technology could happen.
Yeah.
Could we use AI to write?
Well, I think it's important to do that because I think that Pacc is going to be a key factor.
Yeah,
It is a key factor now. 20 years ago, it didn't exist.
we're a key factor now by
Yeah.
accident.
Given the
Yeah.
trend of citizens not subscribing to cable, trending towards streaming services, you know, what will our income be? Where will it come from? I mean, there's all sorts of, or legislation such as the type that we, you know, put down could come up again. There are all sorts of potential.
But there may be a different way for that to happen. It would be cheap for free.
Mm,
Newspapers are gonna be dead in 10 years, period. They'll be gone. Magazines are already gone.
yeah,
So communication more and more is right in your phone
yeah.
for everything. And so I think it'd be wise for us to put down what we, at least for the current time being, would like to see what our services could be improved and helped.
Our revenue sources also is what
Okay,
I'm
that'd be
saying.
certainly something.
Yeah, that's something we need to be concerned about for the future.
If we're going to try doing this, is there some way we could meet with a whiteboard?
Hmm.
Because
You can get one here.
we got one here.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's, I think in the big room, the Wallace room,
Yeah, they leave us-
someplace there's a sort of a portable.
Yeah,
shutter.
can we get that room, I guess is the
I
question.
think all you have to do is ask for the white,
If we start, I mean, they'll wheel one in.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
What's the room called?
the Wallace room.
no, if we can do it in here, they can wheel one in. It's just,
Yeah.
as a start, we should try and put the topics down. No filling, just try and create an outline.
So if this is gonna be the July meeting,
It would be,
you
yes.
just need to ask anyone at your front desk, you know, the whiteboard. And they'll read
Could
it.
you
Keep in mind now, we conducting.
Mm.
You won't be here then?
July 8th and August 5th.
You probably have the nicest handwriting, so.
We go with the second in command.
Mine is terrible.
Isn't July the first the Monday then?
July 8th.
Joking.
It's the first one.
You should be
Second Monday.
able to
Yeah,
conduct.
but we want the first one. I'm just
Fourth of
asking,
July this year is what day?
if July the eighth
It's
is a
like a
Monday, then
Thursday
July
or
the first should be. Who's that?
The 4th of July doesn't go on the 4th of July?
I just.
No, it
We
does.
have they also, if it's the middle of the week, they'll do an observing day, like.
July
they'll give the
1st
Friday
is
off.
a Monday.
Therefore, that's when we should be meeting.
But last year it was the second Monday that second,
And your concerts are the first Monday?
July 8th.
Okay, so we'll go.
But it would be
Yeah.
nice if you were
Yeah,
present for
we
such
like
a
it
long.
when
I
you're here.
agree.
Yeah,
So-
definitely.
When we reach the end of the agenda, it's the next meeting we could talk about.
It's not, it's.
Please,
not
keep
being
going,
ready.
you're doing a good job. Right,
These
now,
are the 7 areas that Pepperell dealt with. Lunenburg, I think at this point has 8. That is somewhat similar. Land use, housing, economic development, open space and recreation. Services and facilities, that's where we would come in. Circulation, meaning transportation, which is no transportation in Lunenburg, 0.
You know,
There used to be a trolley line in this town to Fitchburg, 110 years ago. So we actually
remember.
evolved.
There was
110
one in,
years.
going to Wayland.
That's right.
Isn't there a bus that goes from Walmart to?
Oh, the Mart
Yeah,
bus.
Mart
Bus.
buses. That's a smart service, yeah, and the senior center, that's one, seniors.
The-
Not public transportation, where a
Okay.
bus comes through town at 10:10.
Yeah,
And the last one was implementation of the whole program, which is the
Okay.
key to all this.
So
And
who's
if
the,
you read through their document, it's extraordinary.
who's the chair of our master plan?
It's now Josie Gilchrist.
And Josie is on the planning board.
She's an assistant to it. And
But she's chair of this meeting.
She's on
this
that same.
meeting.
So this is a suggestion.
Oh, no,
We can get on a train.
we can get ahead of the game rather than being an orphan at the end of it, when
Yeah.
they said, oh, by the way, we should. get
Yeah,
that."
do we need this? Do we need a motion to put this on the agenda for next month?
Doesn't need a
No.
motion, we just asked you to put it on the agenda.
I'll just put master plan steering.
Committee.
Yeah, that's fine.
Period.
Because the questionnaire that is going around to fill out has no mentioning back at all, or any place you can put it in.
I haven't found that
So-
question. So,
Have you had the opportunity to let
too late, we missed it.
them,
Well,
meaning
everyone should have had it.
those who put together the surveys that a number of us can't find it? I mean, it's
Well, I
probably
haven't
too late.
looked in the last 2 weeks. I
Okay,
looked after our meeting and then a week
Yeah.
later.
Well, this is the 3rd survey. The first
right,
one was at the post office and the senior center and the town hall.
okay,
I mean,
What?
just paper ones to pick up.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
but how do you,
There's
it's
no
very difficult to
advertising.
notify the public in this town about anything. It's hard to do it.
yeah,
You know, some people watch the crawl, a few people get the ledger. We used to have a sandwich board out front to put coming events up on. I don't think that's there anymore.
well, outside the old library,
Yeah,
there's a sign.
But
The
that-
social media, but there should be an official town website.
There is.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what that's like, and I mean, I do
And
get
there's like
notifications.
2 Lunenburg web, Facebook, so.
Oh, there's more than 2
More
even,
than
yeah.
Yeah, but they're pretty well monopolized by a handful.
Exactly,
okay.
and yeah, so, I mean, and I don't think the town should be relying on social media to get the word out yeah,
It's hard to do.
yeah, but it's,
Mhm.
well, we do respect that that's no excuse. I mean, I really think that they need to find a way to allow people to subscribe. I mean, I can at least get the updates to agendas, so I subscribe to the Pacc. I get a notification anytime the select board changes their agendas, I get a notification anytime the Pacc does it. You can apply, now you can subscribe to any one committee. They should add in weekly announcements or something like that. I don't think it's really all that hard, Pete.
Steve, do you still use the sandwich board for the band concert announcements? You used to.
The town posts it on the different electronic billboards and the one outside the old library. They have a social media page flyer that they're gonna send out, email and do the social media thing. I will see what else I can do. That's it.
Well, there used to be a sandwich board right in the corner
Right.
by Ritter.
Right, but
And
now
the
they just,
It's
yeah,
still there,
And the problem with that is, it's usually something that happened 3 weeks ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
but there's something there now that announces stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
there
it's
is,
like an old fashioned, like what they used to have.
Yeah, we put the letters in.
Put the
Yeah.
letters
Put the
in.
letters.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what they have there now.
yeah,
But they have to be notified to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I usually do.
Yeah.
They already know all the stuff and they've already created the flyer and sending it out.
Who controls that orange thing that's on the trailer wheels that's often down at the police department? Because
That
that
would be
has,
Police
Police
department.
but they put town announcements on there
Yeah, sure.
sometimes
Yeah,
too.
that's control.
Yeah, you have to ask them too, so that's another place anyways, yeah.
Mm.
Okay, moving right along. Do we have anything else for Mr. Lincoln? That's I appreciate.
Thank you
going
for
and
all the,
stirring the pot
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Value to us potentially for the future.
guessing you were there because of your COA connection.
Pat,
Oh,
sounds good.
oh, so they did reach out to them.
Just,
No,
no,
no, I.
You knew, you knew.
Remember the meeting I asked
you
you?
walked
Yeah.
in. We
You
sent
walked
it.
Hey, we exist.
All
Let's
in
do what we
favor?
have to say. Okay, gotcha. Thank you anyways. Thank you.
How does anybody get on committee, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
put your hand up. Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were dumb enough to.
Well, don't show up at the meeting.
right.
On the agenda, we have town meeting report. Anyone
Yeah.
have any reason?
oh, just.
We had a town meeting. I figured you probably wanted to say, did it go well?
It went very well.
There you go.
Everything worked,
It was
everything
in
went,
the last minutes that we talked.
yeah.
Well, the issue was that they were talking about doing multiple rooms and this and that, so that's why I left it on in
Yeah.
case there was multiple rooms and trying to coordinate that we could discuss what we could do to do better,
Yeah.
but obviously they didn't do it.
They didn't do
Well,
it.
400 people showed up.
Well, they did the multiple rooms, but nobody was there to watch it.
Right.
They had both both rooms,
Wasn't
They
the
didn't wait well, right?
20? I think
as
those
far
were-
as we know.
Yeah,
So the real
was up
problem
there.
is getting IT to talk to.
The water
IT.
meeting lasted, what,
Does it
12
sound
minutes?
familiar?
that had more people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so we can leave that one off the next time. Thanks.
I will take that.
Enterprise fund investment status, we only get that every 3 months and we just had one.
Looks good though.
It is, but you know, we're only keeping up with inflation and, you know, by the time we get a studio, that'll have like $15 million. But it'll be a nice studio.
As long as we don't have mold and mildew.
The setting of financial, actually it's FY 25 meeting dates. We tabled until we had the committee and the committee positions set in
Okay,
July, so.
table. So we are gonna meet in July 1st.
Okay, first, Joe.
So we're meeting July 1. I have to book the week.
If you don't mind.
Ask for a whiteboard.
You know, but the issue is, do you want me to book all the dates before they get filled up? Or at least the
No,
first couple?
because if somebody decides not to stay on the committee or whatever,
Then I
and we
will,
decide that
okay,
Wednesdays at 3 o'clock in the afternoon is a better time.
okay. Need to book July.
So that's next
Yeah.
meeting. So,
Whose terms are up this one?
I thought we've been through all of that, aren't we all set up now?
Yeah.
Next
They,
year.
they,
sometime.
they come up and
I just got redone.
they redo them in like March. But that's starting in July is your start date.
Yeah.
But we did that.
We did ours, we're brand new.
I have maybe 2 years left. I filled out someone else's term that I.
Oh, you're talking about on the committee.
Yeah, yes.
You mean first,
Yeah.
It's just
Can I
the way-
call things?
it's just the way you phrase things.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll move to adjourn.
Second,
Oh, so do we vote on the dates? That's all?
No.
Oh, he said next week.
Oh, okay, good, we're all here, but.
No, we have to wait until it's officially reorganized. I thought we needed the dates ahead of time.
Okay, well, we'll see the dates, they're an email, if you would kindly maybe send them out the next time too.
I am gonna attach this to the minutes,
Good.
which I did the last time,
Okay.
I believe.
Excellent.
Except I'll change July 8 to July 1.
Okay.
What about August? You said
What?
that was a conflict?
Oh, yeah, August 5th, yeah, well, we're not gonna talk about the dates till next time, so. Don't worry about it. They're gonna be conflicts with
Well,
someone all
Yeah.
over the place.
Never,
we'll go
it's never a good time,
We'll do second then.
So
although we can put.
I moved to adjourn,
Second.
That was already done.
so we're done.
No discussion, all those in favor.
Well, I
There are two votes.
was just waiting for
36
this to be turned
minutes.
off.
Just, Steve, put down there were 10 votes in favor of the agenda.
Mr. Chair,
10 a.m.
36 minutes, is that a record?